Squad, please.
Vere Thomas St Leger Gould was the first Irishman to reach the final of Wimbledon back in 1879. He is also the only Wimbledon finalist to be convicted of murder. Gould was born into the landed gentry in Waterford. Like many wealthy men of the era, he took up the increasingly popular sport of tennis. Such was his talent that in June 1879, aged 25, he won the inaugural Irish National Championships and a few weeks later travelled to London to play in the third ever championships at Wimbledon. Gould's dashing style made him a hit with spectators as he progressed serenely to the final, where he was comprehensively beaten by the Reverend John Hartley. Later that year, Gould reached the final in Cheltenham, but lost in 5 sets to an 18-year-old William Renshaw. Renshaw, who would become the sport's dominant force over the next decade, ended Gould's defence of his Irish Championship crown in 1880, and the flamboyant aristocrat faded from the tennis scene. He turned to drink, opium and gambling, running up debts. It was around this time he met the twice-widowed Marie Giraudin, the French-born owner of a London dressmaker's. She was attracted to Gould's social standing and they married in 1891. Together, they lived well beyond their means, keeping up appearances among high society by borrowing money until eventually they cut and run. First for Montreal, where they also exhausted their credit, and later to Monte Carlo, where they immodestly styled themselves Sir Vere and Lady Gould to impress the elites. Their dream of living off the casinos failed, but they ended up meeting a wealthy Scandinavian widow, Emma Levin. In thrall to the Goulds' alleged social standing, she lent them £40, a substantial sum in the early 20th century, worth almost £5,000 now, to help them fend off debtors. However, when Levin decided she needed to leave Monte Carlo, she confronted the Goulds and demanded her money back. She was never seen alive again. Bloodstains were later found in the Goulds' hotel suite, along with a bloodied saw and hammer. The Goulds themselves had gone to Marseille, intending to flee to England. They deposited a large trunk at the railway station for their onward journey, but a porter spotted blood was seeping from it. Vere Gould claimed it was full of freshly slaughtered chickens, but when police demanded it was opened, they found the dismembered body of Levin. The couple denied murdering her. They maintained Levin was a casual acquaintance from the casinos who had come to their room asking for money. The Goulds claimed a jealous lover burst in and shot Levin dead before fleeing. They said they had decided to dispose of the body for fearing of being implicated themselves. However, no bullet wounds were found, just multiple stab wounds, and Gould later tried to admit sole responsibility to save his wife. But Mrs. Gould, it was later said, had wanted Levin dead to access her wealth. They were both found guilty. Mrs. Gould died in 1914 while serving life in a Montpellier prison, while Vere Gould was sent to the notorious Napoleonic penal colony of Devil's Island in French Guiana. The aristocrat who once dined with the upper classes and came close to winning the title on the hand-manicured lawns of Wimbledon took his own life amid the harsh conditions in September 1909. It brought to a close the strangest and most macabre story of a Wimbledon finalist there's been.